Peace in, folks. How you doing? Let's use the force now. Positive mental attitude. You know how we do. So, oh man, for some of us, this has been a slog. Personally speaking, I'm still a newbie to speaking out, right? I first started to speak out probably 6 years ago, somewhere around that. Yeah, 7 years ago, when a friend of mine introduced me to some really controversial information, and I didn't want to believe what he was showing me or telling me, you know. So I started to look into things. I started to just do little searches on the internet, you know. It started off very small, and some stuff is just so unprovable that you can't do anything with it. Some stuff shows itself to be what it is, and the journey's hard. The journey is hard, but it's also what we make it, right? So, you know, when I first started speaking out, I was just posting a lot of videos, not like I do now of me speaking, but I was posting information. I was posting stuff that I'd found in my searching, and it was a really difficult time for me because I just got absolute opposition. You know, I was speaking about the mess that's in the sky. I was speaking about the political corruption. I was speaking about the corporate corruption, and none of that's very fun, is it really? And I got so much opposition. I got attacked personally, which was really not very cool, but I get why people did it. You know, when we share, when we speak out, we have got to remember that remind ourselves we're doing it because we care, right? None of us that start speaking out are doing it because we don't care or because of our ego or anything. It's quite the opposite. It's because we're so shocked or angry or upset or just absolutely baffled by the craziness that we've seen, that we just want people to be aware in hope that they'll feel the same thing that I think all of us feel, that look into information. And that's, my God, we need change now. So I guess what I'm saying is, anyone who watches this, anyone who catches this video, we'll get through it. We will get through this, you know. I stopped sharing for a while because of the backlash I got from people that I knew. And then I tried a different tact because I've worked on myself internally a lot over the years. I won't go into it, but there's videos. I have another page called Self Progression, which is Phase Cloud 9 Self Progression, because Phase Cloud 9 was the artist name I'd use, and I've since over the last few years developed it into Guy with a Fork because it seemed more appropriate. This is an appropriate name, an appropriate symbol of what I stand for, and like this is my logo, GWAF, Guy with a Fork, and it's layered with symbolism. But all these stars around the outside, this is this is us, man, right? But anyway, I'm going to slightly go off on a tangent now. So I then started making the self-progression videos, because my thought was, if everyone can gain a level of awareness when they find this information, like once I started finding information, I was objective, not subjective. I was very skeptical, yet I'm hugely open-minded, and that really helped, because you don't just soak up a load of bullshit and go, oh, that's true. Quite the opposite. You question stuff, and you whittle out the bullshit. But anyway, so my thought was that if I could get more people into self-progression, that they'd be more open to information, and then therefore more open to action and into coming together. I was looking for people to work with. I was looking for people to stand with me, you know, not behind me, but with, you know, because we're the humankind. We should be standing with each other, and we are more and more. And this is something I've really started noticing the last couple of days. In fact, the last week is just more people questioning things and more people sharing things, which is beautiful. Anyway, the self-progression stuff ended horrifically for me, because I made a video pointing out there was a lot of parents that were out in public with their children and just not keeping an eye on them. I'd been in an incident, and I was going to a Costa, and this child's come running out, banged straight into me, bounced off my leg and fallen on the floor and started crying, and I felt so bad. And I was kind of pissed off at the parent, because then I got some like looks like, ugh, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I got some looks from some people because someone else's child was out of control in public, in a publicly used space, and they'd hurt themselves by bouncing off of me, and that was really, really hard. And I posted a video that was true to form to me, emotionally led, but it was charged because I was pissed off, and I got attacked by a load of people that had been following me on my page and talking with me, and I was off the back of that, I was so angry that these people had attacked me, telling me this isn't self-progression, trying to tell me what self-progression is, when none of them had done any internal work. They weren't trying to be self-aware, they were just reacting, because half of them were parents, and they took insult just because I spoke on some other parents. I don't know their position, so I can't say what their parenting's like, right? But this was a stranger, but they attacked me. And again, I got attacked again, and I was like, fucking hell, I'm trying to do good here, right? And bang, and attack again. And that, I pulled back. I put out a call for people to, you know, anyone who gave a shit to come join me. No, I didn't. That was very hard. But I write music as well, and I kept pushing on that. I kept putting everything I was learning, you know, about myself, about the world, information, internal, external, putting it all in my music, and just kept like crafting my art, because my dream, my passion is to try and inspire change through music. And so I kept going with that, and then this current situation turned up. I got kicked out of my studio because, you know, granted, it was in some friends' back garden, and they were scared. I don't watch the news, so I didn't even know COVID was happening. I didn't even know lockdown was coming. Didn't even know. I just turned up one day, and my mate's missus comes out, and she's just like, I'm surprised to see you. I'm like, I'm here every day, what are you talking about? And she's like, lockdown? I'm like, lock what now? So that was really hard, but I understood. And then, so, you know, I come come home and get myself set up here so I can keep making music, because to me that is the biggest release I have, and it's been a saving grace to me. And so I started looking, you know, what the fuck is this thing that's locking everyone down? And I get some fucking text message from the bloody government telling me it's lockdown. I'm like, you fucking kidding? So I start like, I'm like, I need to know how serious. If they're locking us down, I was like, I need to know how serious this is. This must, I just thought instantly, I was like, fuck, this must be really serious. Let me look into it. Right, and that's not what a lot of people do. A lot of people just like, fuck, this must be serious. They see the news and they're like, oh my God, people are dying. This is going to be really bad, right? Thankfully, I don't watch the news, so I didn't get that fear-based reaction. I just got the shit, I need to look at this. So I started looking, and for the first 3 weeks, there was not really a lot of information, because how could there be? Right, first 3-4 weeks, there wasn't a lot. So I ordered some masks. I got myself a couple of masks because, you know, I'm not an asshole. I don't want to. If there's a killer fucking virus on the loose, I don't want to hurt anyone. I was keeping the fuck away from people, self-isolated, the full gig, right? Because that's what we do, right? We care. We're the humankind. We're kind by nature, right? That doesn't mean we're weak by nature, though, does it? So I started looking, and then by week 5, 6, it became very obvious that, oh, this is not quite what it seemed. It was what my initial feeling was, and that was, this is just another form of fear control. So then I start speaking out, because that's what I do, right? I'm one of them. I'm one of them people. I can't just not. I can't turn a blind eye to things. If I walk down the road and there's cause for me to get involved in a situation, no, I'm getting involved in it. I've done it, you know, from helping old ladies who have fallen over in the middle of the street in Croydon to a fucking guy on Brighton train station who was probably in his mid-20s, late 20s max, who was just starting to attack an old train guard because this guy wanted to bunk the train. Anyway, I'm not singing my praises. What I'm saying is, this is just what I do, right? And so it's hard. And to anyone who's been speaking out, who's been sharing information, don't stop. Don't be put off. We will reach people, and maybe we can't reach everyone, but that's okay. So now I've been making videos for a while. I've got a playlist on YouTube with over 130. I think it actually has 136 videos in it. You know, I'm in a different place within myself. I've kept pushing, I've kept growing, and now I don't care who says what to me. It's not gonna stop me or put me off. And so I guess, in a sense, this is me saying there is hope. I fucking lost hope. I lost hope. I was running on courage. And I think I'd even said it in a video. I think I'd said, like, I saw someone saying, you know, when hope fails, find courage. And in fact, actually, I have a pen here. Let's see if this will focus. No, it's not. But I've got WHFFC, when hope fails, find courage. So I'd just been running on courage, but now there's hope. Now there is hope. More people are going, this don't make sense, and it doesn't make sense. You've only got to do a little bit of, do you know what? You don't even have to do any research on this one. You've just got to be observant to what rules are being put out and to what regulations are being put out for the shopkeepers, for the police force. It's like they're saying, you lot are exempt, but, oh, anyone who's a shopper or just general public, you are the ones that need to be controlled. Right? So, we can do this, right? We can unite and come together. And I've just realised, bang, that's the 15 minutes. So Instagram's getting a short story, and that's just the way it is. Everyone else and YouTube will get the rest of it. So we have I've got some bloody square on my screen just because I pressed it to go away, square. I pressed it to try and zoom on the pen as I put it up, and now I've got this like square on my screen. But we can do this. I don't have anything else to say. I wish I'd wrapped that up just under the 15 minutes, but hey ho, so it goes. There is a group called Save Our Rights UK. I've posted the link on my Facebook page, and just before I made this video I copied the link again so I can put it onto my Guy with a Fork page, for, you know, anyone who just might get that, because I've got people that follow my Guy with a Fork page that are not on my friends list. So they wouldn't see my John Woodford Scott posts. They're just going to see what's on Guy with a Fork. So for you guys, I'm going to be dropping in that same link. Go to Save Our Rights UK. I have been observing them for a couple of months. I've been analysing what they're about. Because I have taken time to be self-aware and conscious myself, I'm picky about who I align with, but I can tell you now that Save Our Rights UK, the woman who's running it, I want to say it's an L. I'm so sorry, I'm shocking with names. I think it's Linda or Lindsay. I'm so sorry, but Save Our Rights UK, that's the important bit, right? The woman running it, she's promoting positive conscious awareness. They're looking, this is not about petitioning, this is not about protesting, this is street activism, right? This is for the people, by the people. This is beautiful. And as I said, for a couple of months I've been observing, watching. I've sent a few messages, and some got taken better than others, but I think that's because I'm still learning how I'm delivering my message. I've got a message of, sorry, breakfast just belching out of me. I'm still learning how to deliver my message of self-progression to people in a way that's not going to trigger people, which is really bloody hard, because I even in my day-to-day life, I encourage people to look to themselves for what they can do to better themselves, right? To what they can do to deal with their situation better for them. So instead of just like placing blame, instead of just not taking responsibility for yourself, right? I don't freestyle this stuff, so I haven't got loads of examples set up, but I encourage people to be like, well, what can you do for yourself now in this situation to come out the other side feeling better and stronger about it, but also like of learning something so that you deal with the next one better, because this is life, right? We're gonna keep it, there's no like magic button that will stop bullshit happening, but we can certainly create better environments so that A, less bullshit happens, and B, we can create a better environment within ourselves so that we deal with the bullshit better. It's like my granddad used to say, Jonathan, you need to keep a positive mental attitude, right? Because the world is going to throw bullshit at you. But if you can look for the things you can learn from, if you can keep a positive mental attitude in the face of bullshit, you're going to grow better and you're going to deal with life better. Life won't be so bad. You know, when we perpetuate negative thinking and negative thoughts, that's what we knee-jerk do. If you allow yourself to, like, to get into the complaining mindset, the drama mindset, the negatives, and that will keep perpetuating around you, right? But when you get away from that, that's when beauty starts happening. That's when your life becomes easier. Right? There is no easy life. I don't believe that. I believe the easy route is one of the hardest routes to take. I see people doing it and I just think, well, that's, you know, that's your choice, right? It's just not for me. And I don't see it as being particularly healthy. So we can really improve how we deal with things by how we think about it. Now, I demonstrated at the beginning of this video, there is no smooth ride, right? Sometimes the water's like a mill pond, right? And you can just go paddleboarding on it. But then other times the water's like a bloody... and you daren't even go out in it, right? So it's not a matter of creating a mill pond. It's a matter of creating a boat that can deal with all weathers, right? So that's what I look to encourage. That's what I look to inspire, right? Is like, I've dealt with hard stuff, you know, from being bullied every day before school to turning into a bully for a little while, to then falling in love and having my heart broken, to then recovering and just everything else in it, right? We all go through a lot of things, so I'm not like, I've got no like, oh, I've had the hardest, or I'm none of that. It's life experience and what we can learn from it. So, Save Our Rights UK is an amazing group. After observing them for the last couple of months and seeing how it's run, seeing what the lady who has organised it all is doing and what her end game is, because she has an end game. That's fucking beautiful. And I wholeheartedly support them. Otherwise I wouldn't be now mentioning it so firmly. Is honestly, she's Brighton based. This is local to a lot of people I'll know on my Facebook, social media, and to anyone else who comes across this video. It's not just in Brighton, because this group has got thousands of members. Sorry, there's me brekkie again. This group has got thousands of members up and down the UK, right? From the north to the south, east and west. It is, movements are happening, right? And it's about positive movement. It's not about pretending everything's okay. It's about knowing everything's not, but knowing that we can make it better, right? So, I'm well over my time. I think I've made my point for today. It's just, there is hope. There is hope. And if you feel like you haven't got any, I understand that. I've been there. But you can find hope. If you dig a little, you'll find it. And do you know what? If you can't for now, grab hold of some courage and push. Kindly, but with strength, right? And any support anyone wants to give me is always much appreciated. I'm not doing this for likes and for fan. I'm doing this for love and for fam. Right? But I want to reach people. I want to get my words out. I believe in what I'm saying and doing. And I'm already getting love and support. But I want to reach people. I want to plant seeds of positivity. Ralph Smart said, they tried to bury us, but they didn't realise we were seeds. Right? So let's all be the seeds of change. Let's all be the seeds of love. right? Because love is the key. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know any answers. I don't think there are any real answers in life. I think questions are beautiful, but love is the key. Compassion, kindness, understanding, consideration, with strength, right? With strength of conviction, of belief in the humankind, right? Humankind, not human race. Let's abolish that, because race is just a separatist tool, right? We are the humankind. So I'm gonna say to you, let's use the force, right? Keep a positive mental attitude. Let's be kind with our thoughts for ourselves and for others, and let's keep love in our hearts for each other, for ourselves. Self-respect. I'm going to say to you, let's get it. Get what, John? Awareness, of course. Peace in.